What started as a simple shopping day has evolved into a yearly spectacle of chaos, with incidents ranging from violent brawls to heartbreaking tragedies. Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, is when millions of Americans flood into stores in search of unbeatable deals. But for some, the hunt for bargains turns into a battle for survival. The concept has since globalized, with countries around the world adopting Black Friday sales to mimic the US phenomenon, adjusting local customs, or creating similar events. On today's list, we will be going over some of the worst Black Friday incidents in history. Now, without any further ado, let's get started. Walmart parking lot dispute. Black Friday incidents don't confine themselves to the inside of stores, they spill outside as well. In 2012, a disagreement over a parking space outside a Tallahassee Walmart escalated when guns were drawn, bringing terror to what was otherwise a festive and fun day of shopping. Officers arrived, summoned by reports of gunfire, to find two people wounded, a man and a woman, who were then taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. No arrests were immediately made, but police were searching for a dark green Toyota Camry in connection with the case. Best Buy Marine. On Black Friday 2010, Philip Duggan, a reservist in the U.S. Marine Corps, was volunteering at a Toys for Tots booth outside a Best Buy in Georgia when a theft turned violent. Inside the store security caught 39-year-old Tracy Attaway trying to steal a Dell laptop. Security employees approached the man and asked him to return the laptop. Attaway abandoned the laptop and ran out of the store while waving a knife and knocking over a store employee. When Attaway ran past Duggan, the Marine tried to stop him by tackling him, but during the struggle, Attaway stabbed Duggan in the back. However, the injury wasn't life-threatening, and Duggan received 3 stitches in the hospital. Attaway was charged with several crimes, including aggravated assault and armed robbery. Because of his extensive criminal history, he eventually received a life sentence. In a plea for mercy, Attaway said he was only a small-time criminal who made bad choices. Target, South Charleston, West Virginia. On Black Friday 2011, Walter Vance, a 61-year-old pharmacist, became ill and fell to the floor as he was shopping for Christmas decorations just after midnight at a Target store in South Charleston, West Virginia. As Vance collapsed, shoppers ignored him, continuing to shop instead of helping him. Some even stepped over him while he laid on the floor, apparently more interested in scoring the big deals and discounts. Some nurses who were shopping in the store came to Vance's aid, performing CPR until paramedics arrived. However, despite their efforts, Vance later died in the hospital. Toys R Us, Palm Desert, California. At a Toys R Us store located in Palm Desert, California, 120 miles east of Los Angeles, 2 women began to argue, and a fistfight erupted around 11:30 a.m. According to witnesses, an unidentified man, with the woman being hit, pulled a gun halfway out of his pocket. The other identified man pulled a gun and pointed it, but forgot to release the safety. The first man would try to run, but was blocked by a line of people. He then ran back towards the store's electronics section as the other man fired his gun, he said. The first man reached a dead end in electronics, turned around, and ran towards an exit, pulling his gun and firing back, per witnesses. Immediately after the shooting, 20 people rushed into the World Gym across the street, and many hid in the store. Only 2 people were killed in the incident and were identified as Alejandro Moreno, 39, of Desert Hot Springs, and Juan Meza, 28, of Cathedral City. These would turn out to be the perpetrators, as witnesses would say that they killed each other. Riverside County Sheriff's Sergeant Dennis Gutierrez would set the record straight by stating that the fight was not over a toy. Shoppers remained on the scene long after the shooting due to investigators not allowing cars to be taken from the parking lot until a crime scene reconstruction was completed. The 911 call was also released.
This is 911. Yes.
I'm sorry, what in Palm Desert?
Right here. She's from here. Yes. The guy's still here with the gun.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I need to get an address.
I think this guy's dying. Please.
What's the cross street?
We're off of 111 and Third Way.
Okay, what's going on?
I don't know. They just started fighting, and all I heard was you got a gun, and these two guys are on the floor, and both of them are shot.
Toys R Us issued a statement expressing outrage over the violence. The store would open the next day, leaving shoppers and staff concerned. Walmart pepper spray attack. On November 24, 2011, 10 minutes before the Porter Ranch Walmart opened in Los Angeles, California, a mother of two used a can of pepper spray to attack other shoppers waiting in line for the early Black Friday doorbuster sales, according to the Los Angeles Times. At the time, she was looking to get the $100 discounted price on an Xbox 360, as well as a few Xbox 360 games. The woman used pepper spray to gain a favorable position over the customers competing for items. A witness at the attack posted on Twitter that customers were screaming about stinging eyes. Los Angeles firefighters and the LAPD responded to the attack quickly and treated 20 injured customers who suffered from extreme swelling, coughing, and redness of the face and eyes. The woman would later pay for her purchases and flee the store, but would later turn herself into the police. She would later be identified as 32-year-old Elizabeth Macias. Macias would later claim that it was self-defense, as her two kids, who were with her at the time, felt traumatized when shoppers attacked them. A spokeswoman for the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office would later determine that the woman will face no felony charges. Walmart Stampede, 2008. On November 28, 2008, a crowd of over 2,000 shoppers waited outside of a Walmart store in Valley Stream, New York, shortly before its opening at 5 a.m. As soon as the doors opened, the impatient crowd knocked down the employee, who was later identified as 34-year-old Jimmy Ty Demore, to the ground as he opened the doors. He was later rushed to the local hospital and pronounced dead later that day. 4 other people were hospitalized, including a 28-year-old pregnant woman who was also knocked down a short distance away from Demore. The other 3 people taken to the hospital only suffered minor injuries. Walmart Stores Inc. in Bentonville, Ark would later call the incident a tragic situation and said the employee came from a temporary agency and was doing maintenance work at the store. Nassau County's district attorney pursued a charge against Walmart for reckless endangerment, which the corporation avoided by offering a $2 million settlement, $400,000 of which went to Jim Ty's family and those injured in the stampede. OSHA, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, followed suit after the Nassau County DA filed a safety hazard charge against Walmart. The corporation spent over $1 million fighting the charge in courtrooms from 2009 until 2015, when they finally relented and agreed to pay the OSHA fine, which was only $7,000. Walmart claimed the reason they were fighting the charge was due to safeguarding staffers from crowds wasn't a federal standard when the incident occurred. Rest in peace, Jimmy Ty Demore. Well, this brings us to the end of our list today. Let me know in the comments below if you know of any other Black Friday incidents, or if you are surprised by the ones we went over in the video. See you next time.